Leigh Matthews' body was found in Walkerville, south of Johannesburg in early 2000. Her killer is now pinning his hopes on parole, a process which the family says has reopened their wounds.
The chairman of the Parole Board concluded by saying to grant Moodley parole would be an insult to justice.
So that is the official recommendation that they have made.
The recommendation that they will make to the minister, and so grateful for that, and also allow a bit of emotion. So we asked him about who else was involved in the murder, and he just waffled around and took us down a journey that we didn't even ask for.
And it was always me, I'm the victim.
The family argues before the Parole Board, among others, that Donovan Moodley refused to be interviewed by an independent clinical psychologist who'd be able to ascertain whether or not he remains a danger to society. They say Moodley's refusal must weigh heavily against his parole bid.
The conclusion today was that the offender has to attend to other programs. In our language, we call it further profiling, meaning there are other interventions that must be made before that profile is to be brought back to the Parole Board. But here we're dealing with someone who's serving a life sentence. From the Parole Board, the profile will go to the National Council for Correctional Services. It will dissect it, make its own recommendations. Thereafter, it will move to the minister, who will eventually make the final decision.
Civil society supporting the Matthews family has called for a transparent and fair process.
We want this message to be that we are not taking a wishy-washy approach. A life sentence is a life sentence. You perpetrate such crimes, you land up in prison, the system will deal with you. We want our laws to stand. We don't want them to be reimagined in a way that makes us feel unsafe. Because this man is going to be released into a community that has got young women like Leigh, into a community where he has access to resources. We don't know if he's rehabilitated enough to not consider committing the same crime. We don't know that. So we want this to be a process, and the outcome of this to communicate that we are not taking this lightly. We want a life sentence to be a life sentence.
A process the Matthews family hopes will not see their daughter's killer be released. Criselda Lewis, SABC News in Johannesburg.